Okay, loves, welcome back to Creating Your Desired Reality Master Program. Go with your own pace. Today, we're going to be discussing Lesson 6, Master Lesson 6, the pre, during, and post process of the manifestation phase. Now, this is going to be a crucial master lesson as it has a lot to do with why I would dare say 75 to 80% of people give up or quit their manifestation process because of this, what we're about to discuss in this lesson. So let's get started. One of the key elements and aspects to becoming a master manifester is understanding this process. When we master the process and formula, the correct process and formula of manifesting through our intentional actions, what happens before, during, and after setting our goals or desires is absolutely crucial. And it is because of this lack of understanding many people tend to fail, tend to give up, throw in a towel because they're not understanding what's going to happen the moment they decide to reprogram, the moment they decide to think more positive, the moment they decide to get in a better health shape, the moment they decide to do things different, the moment they decide to identity switch, the moment they decide that they no longer want to be in poverty, the moment they decide that they no longer want to be a victim but the victor, the moment they decide that they don't want to be a people pleaser that's sacrificing or limiting their self-worth, their self-value, their value, right, is less important. So this is what is absolutely important because it is during the manifestation process that we don't understand is why many of us give up. So this lesson is absolutely crucial and why I included it in Creating Your Desired Reality Master Program, Go at Your Own Pace program, is because the pre, during, and post process refers to the three key phases in successful manifestation on our journeys. Setting our intentions is the pre-processes. The pre-process, pardon me, this is where you get very clear, very specific on what it is you want and who it is you want without being overwhelmed by having 10 different things on your list of what you want. Remember, the brain and our brains, our mind, and our hearts can get easily discombobulated, easily confused if it's overwhelmed. Remember, we are already receiving an overwhelming amount of information on the day today. In the last lesson, we spoke about all of the external stimuli that we are bombarded with on a daily basis, right? But what happens when we are not clear about what we want to manifest, what we want to attract? Then our minds get kind of distorted and our minds are not built that way. So we're going to slow the pace down and we're going to get very intentional about what we're manifesting. We're going to get very clear. Okay. The next thing is staying focused and taking aligned actions, not just haphazardly, mindlessly doing things. We're going to do things with a mindfulness, not a mindlessness. Okay, with our aligned actions, this is what's happening during the process. So the first thing we do pre is we get very clear on what we want, and while we're in the in between phase, we're going to intentionally take steps that is in alignment with what we said that we want, need, and or desire. And then we're going to remain energetically aligned while waiting for the results. Each of these phases require different strategies to maintain a vibrational alignment or frequency alignment and ensures that the manifestation process will flow smoothly. Why is this important? Manifestation occurs in stages. And each phase of the pre, during, and post process requires a different approach to stay energetically aligned with our desired outcome. Before we continue, I want to share something with you. What we don't learn and apply when it's presented to us, the lessons in life, we continually repeat, but they'll have greater consequences. I want to say that again. What we don't learn and apply, we continually repeat, but with greater consequences. So I'm gonna share a little. Let's do a little role play with us manifesting in a universe and how the pre, during, and post process works. So let's say we're speaking to the universe, and I'm gonna play both parts. Us, universe. Um, I really want something. I really want this new thing that I've been wanting and craving for a very long time. Wait, wait, what's happening? So, the moment we got clear and said the exact thing that we want, the universe started working in our favor. But it did something that I just didn't expect. The universe changed things. Things started changing in my life, things started shifting. I started to seemingly lose friends. I lost a job. I lost my confidence. All of a sudden, there's just nobody here. I feel like I'm alone. Wait, why did you change everything, universe? I just said I wanted something new, cosmos. I did all of that to make room for you. You can't possibly receive what I have for you, the thing that you said you wanted, because you have no space for it. You. But I want that new thing and everything else. I didn't want to get rid of anything else. I just wanted the new thing to be added to what I already have. I wanted to stay the same, but still get the new thing that I wanted. I really want it bad, but I want all the other things too, and you just took everything away, Cosmos. And getting it requires you to grow. For you to be eligible for it, it requires you to let go of certain things, for you to release certain things and get prepared. In your case, you've been holding back. You've been held back by a lot of things. You've been held back by your friends, some friends, family, by your work, career, and the mindset that you currently have. So I took those things away that was holding you back. You did request something of me, right? You said you wanted this new thing. Well, I chose the safest path for you or us. But now things are too different. It's way too different. It's way too different. I want to go back. I don't want this anymore. I changed my mind. I don't want the new thing. I'd rather keep everything that I had. Just snap your fingers and give me back the suffering. Give me back the pain. Give me back the uncomfortableness. Give me back the poverty. Take back the I don't want anything that I just said. I don't want the new relationship because you just took everything away. You just took away my security and my low self-esteem. You just took away my security and my lack of confidence. You just took away things and I don't feel comfortable. So please change it back, universe. Just change it back. I don't want it. Cosmos. You want to go back to how things were? You like being miserable? You like being sad? You like when people abused you, didn't accept you, and make fun of you? You like not making enough money? You like getting paid a lot less than what you're actually worth? You like people talking crazy to you? You like to be miserable? You like not traveling where you want to go? Cosmos, you really want to go back to how things were? You. Yes, I really do. It is way too scary here. I'm not familiar. I didn't want anything to change. I didn't want to lose what I have. I just wanted something else, and it feels uncomfortable here. It feels really lonely here. None of my friends like me. My family think I'm just so awkward and weird. We're constantly arguing. My boyfriend, my husband or wife, we don't really nobody gets it. Nobody gets it, and I don't want to be here anymore. So, yes, it's too scary here. This is an unknown place, and I'm not willing to journey. Cosmos. Okay, now you can have the life that you're used to. Here you go. You are allowed to make a choice, and I can't make that for you. I am here to honor your request. So, you're allowed to settle and self destruct. I won't get in the way. But you'll continue reliving the same past traumatic experiences again and again and again and again until you finally learn to let them go, to let the past be the past, until you finally gain enough courage, even though you may be a little bit afraid to venture off and embrace the unknown, because that's where all the magic happens. You can't possibly receive, and not be willing to let go. You'll continue repeating old unhealthy behavior patterns. You'll encounter the same type of miserable people, the same dysfunctional people, the same people that abuse you, use you, don't add value to you. You'll continually attract people with the same limited mindset that you have, and y'all can live happily ever after. Y'all can just live in the misery. Y'all can just continue to relive the same unhappy feelings, feel the same fears, the same gripes, the same misery, the same poverty, and continually be held back with the same defeat. Go ahead, sure. If that's your choice, I'm not going to stand in your way. Until you let go, though, things won't change. So, are you sure you want to go backwards? Well, now that you put it that way, no, I'm not. But I don't want to be here either. I'm just so uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable and I'm used to being comfortable. This is just all very new. I didn't think that this would happen when I decided to love myself more. I didn't think things would start to change this drastically when I started putting myself first, when I started to take care of myself, when I started to have more. I didn't think things would change when I wanted better for myself and I started saying no without explaining myself. I didn't think I would be here. I did not think it would be this much. But the way you explained it makes me think just a little bit deeper about what I'm actually willing to shift and change for what I really want. You're still on the right path, my love. This is the universe speaking. Even though it feels uncomfortable right now, you can just relax. You are exactly where you need to be. So stop abandoning years of self development, communicating with people who willingly remain deaf, dumb, docile, and blind to see you, your authentic you, and love you for just the way you are, as you are now in the process of loving you just the way you are. How many times we said or thought, if they only knew who I was back then. Well, I hope that little narrated example, a short story, helped you to better understand the things that will inevitably happen the minute you get serious, the minute you get real clear on what it is you want. Why is that? Because you finally decided that you don't want to be the victim no more. You want to be the victor. You decided that you want to actually stand upright, that you don't want to be taken advantage of. You don't want to be misused and abused, unheard, unseen, unloved in a purest form, that you want to do something different. These things are going to work. Shifting is going to take place, and you don't need to be afraid. You just need to stand firm and confidently know that things are working out in my favor. Things are supposed to be shifted and moved around. Certain people are supposed to be removed from my atmosphere, aura, and vortex because they don't belong here right now for whatever reason, but they will always be people that will journey with you, that will be willing to journey with you. Why? Because they are on the same mastery journey as you. So that's how it works. This is how it works in creating your desired reality. Phase one of the pre phase is setting your intentions. What happens in this phase? This is the phase where you get really clear and define your desires, one desire at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Allow that process to happen and see it through so you can gain the necessary confidence in your newfound mastery skills. Because once you learn it, you can keep doing it again and again and again. And not only that, you keep intentionally doing it again and again and again, in, through, and out of the seasons and phases of your life. No matter what happens, every level is going to be some nuances. Every level you elevate to is going to be some things different. Yes, can you take the tools, techniques, and strategies that you learned from level 4 to level 5? Absolutely. But please don't misunderstand that there will be some new things you're going to learn, you're going to go through. And I know that can be scary, but don't be afraid, don't be nervous, and don't be alarmed. It's what's supposed to happen. When you start seeing and feeling shifting going on, things shifting, people moving around, know that the universe is answering your request and is working in your favor. The key in this phase is to be absolutely clear. The more specific and focused your intention is, the more energy you direct towards that specific thing. Now, before I continue with the second phase and the third phase, I want you, before you set your clear intentions, I want you to make sure the reason why you want more money, the reason why you want healthy love, the reason why you want to get married or engaged, the reason why you want to forge healthy relationships, the first one being yourself, the reason why you want a new job or a new career, the reason why you want to travel. I want you to make sure that your why is not rooted in trauma, that your why is not rooted in dysfunction, that your why is not rooted in chaos, that your why is because you're ready to elevate. You want change. Your why is because you deserve whatever it is you want. You don't want it because you don't have it, because you're not capable of having it. So make sure your why is not rooted in scarcity, because then you're going to confuse the universe. And remember, the stronger frequency is going to win all the time. This is why a lot of us that have been impoverished in poverty for so many years find it really, really hard to attract money, because the way we associate with something is the way we're going to attract something. This is why understanding these principles are so important. And this is the main reason why many of us aren't attracting or manifesting the things that we want, because every time a lesson presents itself to us, for us to pay attention to what's in our unconscious database, what our dominant programs are that no longer are serving us, the things that are deeply ingrained in our heart that are no longer serving us, is the reason why we keep attracting it, until we reverse this with cognitive reprogramming, with the shifting of our limited beliefs into limitless beliefs and knowings. Pardon me. Nothing is going to change. So, phase 2, the during phase, taking aligned action. Simply stating you want something is not enough, baby. To get it to be in alignment, you must first get aligned. I'm going to say that again. To be in alignment with something, whatever it is you want, you must first get in line. That means you must take actionable steps forward, not backwards. It's manifesting what you want, who you want, requires you to act. What happens in this phase? This phase involves us taking conscious, intentional, aligned actions towards each goal. So I'll give the example. Let's say you want to create different streams of income, right? How are you going to do that if you don't even have, you have yet to create a budget? You don't know what's coming in or going out. You don't know where you should shift your money, or where you should put your money, where you should take your money. You have no clue. The budget in your head ain't working, my love. You need to actually write things down so you can see it clearly. This is taking actionable steps. If you want to create different streams of income, some of the things you have to do is, one, write a budget, a very clear budget of what's coming in. Also, what can you do? What skills can you put in place to exchange for currency, right? What are the things that you must set aside, or you must stop doing, in order to position yourself to gain more financial wealth? Okay? Is it cutting off all of the TV programs you have just for a season? Is it turning off the Netflix? Is it limiting how many subscriptions you have? Is it limiting the amount of Starbucks you buy? Is it limiting the amount of shopping you buy, or the excessive eating out? Whatever it is, if that's not written down in clarity, if it's not intentional, how are you going to create different streams of income when you keep proving to yourself and to the universe that you're not qualified or disciplined enough to handle more coming in? So it is absolutely imperative that you take the necessary steps that are going to bring you closer and closer to your desired reality. Now, in this third phase, the post phase, manifesting alignment while awaiting the results. Again, don't get alarmed of things that's going to happen. Things are supposed to shift. What happens in the third phase is, after taking aligned actions, after you done set your intention, after you done taken and still taking the necessary aligned actions, this is the phase where you remain patient and just trust the process, even if the results aren't immediately visible to you. Does that make sense, my love? I'll give another short example. How about if how about if someone requests, like, I want a new job, I want a new career, I want to go in business for myself. And in the following week, you get fired. The following week, you get laid off. Oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? Most people who are not aware of what you're learning right now will go absolutely crazy for days on end, panicking, lowering their frequency, making them more susceptible to chaos. The goal is not to panic. The universe is working in your favor. And it's another reason why we should be very careful and mindful, not be afraid of what we want, your aspirations, your request. Remember, words are powerful. They are spells. And the universe and you and your higher self and your body is at your every command. It is not going to differentiate from what's real or what's imagined. It's only going to adhere to what you command, right? So be ready for the things that you want, need, and or desire. Be ready for the shift. And I say welcome it, embrace it. When things seem to be going haywire, baby, say to the universe, say to your higher self, I'm prepared. I've taken the necessary aligned actions. I am prepared, and you embrace it. This is why tragedy hit certain people differently. This is why unforeseen situations hit those who are mastering self or on this journey to being a master manifested. Baby, it hit different. We respond very differently. We don't react anymore foolishly. So, again, let's continue. How does it work? How does it work? Creating our desired reality. The pre, during, and post phases. That phase one, prepare to embrace the unknown, baby. Because it's in the unknown where all the magic happens. After all, light comes from dark, baby. We ain't new to this, okay? Sit up straight. Hold your head high, honey. Be in confidence. Be confident. Okay? That second phase is when disorder happens. Because whenever there needs to be reestablished order, disorder will necessarily follow it. Because that is the universe rearranging some things for you, clearing some things out. And that post phase, baby, it's just you remaining focused. You remaining confident. Okay? You're not living in fear no more. You're just awaiting to celebrate, okay? Because you know, whatever you wanted, whatever you desired, whatever you requested of the universe, baby, it's on its way to you. I'm telling you, I do this all the time. This is why I'm here in this beautiful condo. And I just went swimming today in the most beautiful infinity pool ever. Just allowing the sun to kiss and nourish my whole body. Man, just prepare, my love. Just prepare. So, what are the key takeaways from this lesson? Manifestation occurs in phases, my love. There are always phases, levels, and steps and processes to everything. It is a universal law. And each of these phases are going to require some different strategies to stay aligned with our desires. The pre phase is all about setting clear, powerful intentions and reinforcing those intentions through some of the tools that we spoke about early on: visualization, affirmations, but they have to be aligned with a coherent heart. Okay? And an enduring phase involves taking aligned actions towards our goals while maintaining a high frequency, high vibration, while being happy and being full of gratitude. Our energy is high, is robust, embracing what may seem to be chaos. The post phase, this is going to require our patience, again, our trust, and our ability to stay aligned, to stay the course, to stand on your triangle, baby. Stand in your triune essence with your desired outcome. Just know, feel it already, baby. Walk like it, talk like it, speak like it, move like it is already so, even when the results haven't yet manifested and materialized into this realm. Each of these phases are crucial in manifesting our desires. So stay energetically aligned, my loves. Okay, let's go. Quick quiz lesson. Quick quiz. Do not miss this part, my loves. It is absolutely necessary that you answer these 4 questions to test your knowledge, to reaffirm your knowledge, to make sure that, baby, you just retained some powerful, sacred, ancient information. Don't discount it, my loves. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself, and don't skip no small steps. And after you did that, which you can find in your curriculum book, that exercise is on page 56. And then you are absolutely going to make sure you continue to reinforce the information by putting what you just learned into your own words. Write it down, even if it's just 2 sentences. Write it down. Writing is powerful. Spelling is powerful. This is also going to add to your creative process. Okay, my loves. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next lesson.